Sorry about being late. Oh, what has happened? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Ah, there you go. I'm back. I suddenly got my thumbnail come up. That was interesting. That's the first time that's happened. It's only taken, 20 some days for that to happen. Sorry I'm a bit late today. I thought I should have something to eat. So I'm back here working on my berry burst and my voice sounds a bit croaky again. Hi, Nat. It's our last day of Tour de Fleece. And I'm nowhere near getting this skein of yarn done. How are you feeling today, Nat? Better every day, I hope? I actually meant to bring up my little skein of the spindle spun yarn today, but I forgot. I'll have to try and record a video maybe this week showing what I got done during Tour de Fleece. Feeling a bit tired from yesterday. Spun 1 kilo of top. Oh my goodness. You're a powerhouse. Just plying it now, feeling good. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling good. I know, it's the last day. But on the plus side, it means I can do some different crafts to share with everybody. Although you're a super spinner, so you probably love the spinning content. And I'm still managing to keep this relatively fine, and I'm finding it easier as I'm going, so that's good. Hi, Susanna, how you going? I don't know if you saw my other live, but I congratulated you on your win on Trisha's live stream the other day. That was pretty exciting. I loved your bat that she made you too. It was gorgeous. You and I have a lot of the same color preferences. Because as soon as Trish said Susanna, I'm like, is it this Susanna? And I looked and I'm looking and I'm reading the live chat and I'm going, it is, yay! So that'll be lovely to get that. I was having a look on Trish's website and Trish really knows how to make bats look so pretty. I know, right? I'm actually going to be getting a blending board from a friend this week, so I'm going to start trying to make myself some blends, see how they go. Hopefully my yarn dyeing skills will come in handy and I won't make everything brown. But yeah, I can't wait to get a drum carder eventually and start making big bats like that. You can see my story, Natalie, how we came second in the quiz night last night. It was pretty good. I think we maintained second the whole way through too, I think. So it was pretty exciting. I think the prize was like, what was it? Because we had 4 sides of the table, obviously. So it's 2 on each side. So we had 8 people, and we each side got, well, everybody got a $25 voucher. So that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking I will, Susanna. At least maybe I'll do a couple of practice runs first and then maybe share. I was watching one of Trisha's videos where she was working on her blending board the other day just to sort of get a feel for it because I've never done it before. So maybe I will film it from the beginning and you guys can see all the falling on my face that I do in the beginning. Yes, it seems that we are better than we thought, Nat. So we ended up with two $25 vouchers for a local pub so we can go out for dinner. It'll be a nice contribution to a date night. I am spinning some, let me see. It is from the Fibre Arts Shed and it's called Berry Burst and it's a merino blended top. So it's sort of a bit rainbowy. Hopefully you can see that okay. I've got a yellow light on overhead, so it's probably everything's gonna skew a bit yellow. But I have been taking some advice from another a friend on Instagram and who has been joining us in the live chats, Emily. She has been teaching me how to use a spinner's control card. So I am spinning this one. I'm attempting to get it at a 45 because Emily gave me a little bit of a guide on how to kind of plan your, because I'm not a technical spinner. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of. So Emily has been trying to teach me how to plan my spins. So this one I'm planning hopefully to get a 2-ply fingering weight. Usually I skew more a sport DK weight. So she's here. Hello. Yeah, it's a really beautiful fibre. I find I've only put in one order with Fibre Arts Shed and I've been really happy with everything that I've got from them. What I have here, if I can get the right bump. Oh, this is also from them. This was the Hydra Merino Silk Blend and I've been spindling that. I actually meant to bring the first skein because I've split it in 3. I actually meant to bring the first skein up and I forgot. But I've been working on that as well from Fibre Arts Shed. Yes, I've really liked their blends from there. So I've done some of their merino. Baba. Elvis has made his appearance. I've done this one as merino and the other 2 that I've spun are merino silk. And I still have, can't remember what the final one I have from them is, but I've been really happy with all of them. And they're quite reasonable pricing as well. I think 100 grams of the silk, I think, is about $16. So they're good to have a look at. I don't know where they are. I think they might be New South Wales. Anybody who knows in the chat, jump in. Yeah, I'm still going on my I'm still going for like the 45 wraps per inch, Emily. I'm still persevering and I'm actually doing quite well. I don't know how well you'll see it. Can you see that? Is that in shot? I don't know. So I've been tracking it pretty consistently and yeah, I'm getting there. I'm probably maybe a third to a half of the way through my bump. Yeah, so I'm sticking with the fineness and it'll be a good exercise and discipline for me. Yeah, definitely go check them out, Susanna. I've had a few different fibres for Tour de Fleece. These 2 were from Made in Mo, and this one was from Kathy's Fibres. Kathy's Fibres is sort of local to me. She's in Adelaide or a what do you call it? Outer Adelaide. I think she's up in the hills, Lobethal. And then Made in Mo, I think, is Mornington in Victoria, I think. So these are all Australian as well. What are you doing? Elvis comes to say hi. Ah, thanks, Nat. Jillaby, Central Coast, New South Wales. Yeah. Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well with it. Yes. Well, that's what I'm dying to see is how much I can get out of this 100 grams of fiber. So we'll see. I'm actually, I was struggling initially to get my 45 and stay consistent. Now I'm finding I'm getting thin, like thinner. So I'm having to consciously make it a fatter, a single. Oh, yes, yes. Come and say hi. Don't knock my microphone, please. Don't knock the microphone. Say hello to everybody, and then you can go back and sit down somewhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Susanna, this is my Elvis, if you haven't met him before. So this is my LV Pelvi, isn't it? Hey? Like Trisha's got an LV too, doesn't she? She does. Yes, she does. You got stinky breath today. Yes, you do. It's puffing it all in my face. All right, you gonna get up? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Mama, get back to spinning now. Can she do a bit more spinning? It's her last day. It's her last day. You do it. Come. No, back, please. Elvis. No, 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 no. Go sit down, please. Go sit down. Go sit down. Drop. No, no. Drop, please. Come on, drop. Good boy. Good boy. So, Emily, you've actually given me a bit more empowerment to figure out what design my yarns for projects. So I'm very grateful for the info that you gave me in that DM. It made a lot of sense. You made it make sense to my brain is probably the way, because everybody's brain works different, and the way you put it was perfect. I understood it. So you've empowered me, and I'm very grateful. What's going on? No, Elvis is a German shorthaired pointer. So kind of close. I think a setter is a pointer. So yeah, he's a GSP. Okay. You what? Ah, struggling today, guys. I don't know why. Probably the two beers or the beer and a wine I had last night is probably what it is. Yeah, well, thank you, Emily. Yeah, it's helped me a lot. So you've done well getting through to my brain. And yes, he is gorgeous, Susanna. He gets away with murder because of it, though. I was reading a thing this morning about difficult dogs, and I was like, yeah, I got one of those. DSPs are quite stubborn, so they like to do what they like to do. Hence, why he comes in here and just gets up on me and gets in the way. And yesterday, he kept breaking my fiber supply off my single, so I had to keep reattaching the. Yeah, you get up to mischief, don't you? Hey? You get up to lots of mischief. You gonna go back? Back, bub. Come on. Give Mama some space. Come on. I won't be long. My goodness. You're very much a Velcro dog, aren't you? Hmm? Except when he doesn't want to be. Either he's all over you or he's completely disappears. He just had his 2-year gotcha day, so he's feeling full of himself this week, I guess. Have a Scotty. Emily has a Scotty and likes so these ears are painted on. As in they're useless. Come on, you. Back. And like just now, like he boofs into me, but he's like a brick wall. So if I try and push back on him, he's just solid. Like there's no movement back. Come on, no. Come on. What about you go to bed for a while? You go to bed? Go to bed. Yeah, it's I think I've chatted a couple of times on the lives about been trying to teach him to walk on a loose lead, and it's impossible. I don't know what to do to get through to him. I tried um taking him for a walk the other day, and it was just like I'd taught him absolutely nothing over the last 3 months, and it's so disheartening and a little embarrassing, I have to admit. But the things you do for love, a little bit of embarrassment, I guess it's probably okay. Emily says yes, they are there for decoration. Scotties are so cute though. That's the thing, is they get us with their cuteness, and then they destroy our lives, and we let them do it because they're so cute. He's not too bad, I have to say. Not at home, he's fine. You take him for a walk and he sees another dog or another human, it's just like, friend, and he just wants to go. Or the nose turns on and it's like the ears and the eyes turn off. It's just all about the nose. I guess that's my fault for getting a scent hound. Oh, that's right, you've got a dachshund. I remember you saying that. Emily says him and my dachshund make quite the pair. Honestly, they team up against me. Oh, crafty little fellas. Now this one just bullies his way to get what he wants. Wants a pat, everything in your hands has to go. Doesn't like you being on your phone. He's going to put his head over your phone. Doesn't want you watching anything on your laptop, so he stands in front of the screen. No, Nat, you can't stay mad at him. Too gosh down cute. Especially how Elvis is always wandering around in his little jumper that I knit during winter. He just looks so cute in his little outfit. No, don't come back here. No. I'm talking about you, not to you. Yeah, about you, not to you. If you get goob on my fibre and felt it, I'll be very upset with you. Yes, I will. And then I'll forgive you instantly because you're Cupid. Yeah. You should go spend some time with your dad. Hey, where's your dad? Could be sitting on the couch snuggled with dad. If you could see the intensity of which he's staring at me, these two big dark eyes just staring at me. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not paying attention to him. Exactly. Am I? Hey? You don't like attention anywhere else but on you, do you? Hey? No. No, no, Don't you jump up. Nope. You are hopeless, you know that? Absolutely hopeless. 25-kilo dog thinks he's a lap dog. Hi, Janelle. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you got some sewing done though. Elvis is just making a spectacle of himself at the minute, aren't you? How about you go sit with Dad? Hey, you go sit with Dad? I don't have a door on this room, so that is why he can get freely in here. Go on, no. You go elsewhere, please. Go find your antler. Where's your antler? Go find it. And he'll go and look in the bedroom, and then he'll come straight back instead of actually going to where the antler is, which is downstairs. No, I'm going back to my spinning. So how's everybody's day going? It's Sunday here and Saturday night for Denali. I'm currently trying to get a loaf of sourdough to proof, but it is refusing. What is Denali making? Pair of 1940 cigarette pants. Ooh. That sounds cool. So yeah, I'm trying to get my bread to proof. I'm supposed to be having it for dinner, but it's not going to have time to sit in the fridge and get cold and hard before I have to bake it. So maybe this one will just be a little bit more rustic than usual. I have a convection microwave and I've even heated it to 40 degrees and put the dough in there to try and make it proof, and it doesn't want to do anything. So that's my struggle for today. I'm sure they will look fine, Denali. Cigarette pants, are they the ones that's like got the like a thinner leg? Is that why it's cigarette? Because it's like thin and long? Because the only other thing I'm thinking is cigarette girl, um, like pants, like the women that would go through the like the movie theaters. They always had that sort of that wide leg kind of sailor pant in the 40s, I guess. Oh, I'm glad you're having a good day, Emily. Had to rip back your sweater to the neck. Oh no, that's so annoying. What happened? Yeah, my house is too cold. That's why I've been trying to get it into the microwave, a heated microwave, because it's a convection microwave, so it has like the oven type setting. Trying to get it in there to proof. Hi, Jennifer. How are we today? They're thin and usually at the ankle. Yeah, I was wondering whether they were like a cropped type of pant. Oh, stop it. I'm getting cried at now. It's just getting creeped out by all the invisible people that I'm talking to. You go sit with Dad. Go on. You go sit with Daddy. Go on. Emily says that the pattern increase instructions weren't super clear, wasn't increasing at the rate that she needed. Oh no. So it's not even enough that you can just, what do you call it? Fudge it. I'm glad you figured it out though. Denali could probably tell you something about that too. Isn't that the same sort of thing you were having issues with, Denali, with the increases on your tree sweater or cardigan or whatever? That was something about the increases, wasn't it? People were keeping the colour work till after the increases were done because it was just too confusing to try and figure it out. So yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it would have been yesterday. I've finished my front and back on my sweater that I was knitting, the linen fleck one, and I have seamed both the shoulders ready to do the collar now, so that's good. And for this, it's not too bad today. Having a relaxing afternoon, beautiful. Trying to finish 10 ply beanie starter for herself last night. So your head is warm at work. That sounds like a good plan. So does that mean you finished your crow's beanie? Ear is acting up. It's making weird noises. Well, yes, I'm still talking to my internet friends. Yes, I am. Did you notice that I was quiet for a while and he went away? I started talking again and he's suddenly back. I really wish I was more of a process project type of person because I am just sitting here going, oh, I can't wait until this is finished. I can't wait till this is finished. I want to see the yarn. I want to see the yarn. It's so silly. Ah, Carcinitis never hurt anybody, right? Do you know who ended up winning the game last night, Jennifer? Because I was at the quiz night, people were allowed to have their phones out so long as they were watching the showdown. And for Denali, that's our AFL. The showdown is we have two teams in Adelaide. We have the Adelaide Crows and we have the Port Adelaide Power, or Port Power. And so when they play each other, it's a showdown. So it's kind of like a local rivalry thing kind of happening, and that was happening last night. So people were actually allowed to have their phones out to watch to see the showdown scores. No, thank you. Come on, you're being belligerent now. Yeah, Mama's going to put a stern voice on. The last I heard, the Crows were had won the first half, and then kind of the quiz night wrapped up, and then everybody went home. Emily says that I can sympathise, lol. I switch between enjoying the project and the process and being impatient to get it done. Yeah. I've always been the project person. Like, I want the finished thing, and I just know that the process is getting me to that final thing. So the fact that I think that's probably part of the reason why I struggle with spinning as fine as this is because it's like it's the end goal is just like so far away. Yeah, I wondered if you had two test knits going, Nelly, because I knew you had the little fluttery shouldery thing, and then you said you were doing a vest yesterday. Well, I mean, the tests might not be due until September, but you're probably better off getting them done sooner rather than later. Because I occasionally, when doing a test net, have not quite got the project finished in the time frame. So probably getting it done earlier is probably safer. Oh my goodness, they did win by a landslide. Excellent. I'm a Crows. I was at the very first Crows game, so like I'm sort of not that into sports ball. Like I said yesterday, we're not really into sports in this house, but because I kind of grew up with parents who barracked for sports and I was at the very first Crows game, I'm kind of partial to the Crows. So if I hear the Crows won, I'm happy. Denali says, I like the process mostly until it hits a boring part, then it gets boring. Yes. ADHD brains don't like boring bits. We need the dopamine hit. Oh, okay, so it's for the same designer. Cool. Nat. Nat said she's glad the crows won and we should rub it in. Yeah, just been a Crow supporter from a very young age, and it's like my mother-in-law is too. So she was happy last night when she heard that they won the first half. My parents liked a lot of sport, and I don't. I've never been athletic. I mean, could you pick that about me that I've never been athletic? So sport wasn't really my thing. Used to go to the soccer here though, the local soccer, like the A League. I used to have like a season ticket to that. We used to go to baseball when I was a kid. I don't know how much baseball they do these days. That's not a bad idea, Emily. She says, I have found separating the roving into smaller chunks does help because it's kind of a small achievement every time I finish a bit instead of one never ending length. And Denali says, this vest is stockinette. So boring, but it's striped, so not. I'm ready to get to the armpits and start separating for the top. Come on, out of the way. No, 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 no. Yeah, well, the only reason I haven't really split this is because it's kind of that blended kind of top that it's kind of, if I split it, I would have different portions of, I mean, I guess it probably kind of does it anyway, but I feel like it would be more of a stark contrast if I did split it because this middle section's quite blue, whereas the two side sections are more the purple and the pink. So like I would have a purple and pink kind of section of my skein and then the blue bit and then the purple bit. So I'm kind of just going back and forth across the top to kind of have it a bit more like what do you call it, blended, because like obviously with something like these that have got those individual sections of color, I could definitely do that because that's what I mean. That's what I did with this. With this second one, that's why it's so kind of blended, is because I stripped that right down to tiny little strips. But yeah, I'm more familiar with doing like the hand dyed top that has the sections of color rather than the blended top like this. Mm. Really, Susan? Which one? Like the one I'm currently working on with How Fine? Yeah, well, I mean, I've always been kind of a finer spinner. Like I do spin more on the fine side. So this is just kind of refining it and trying to get it consistent. Yeah, you're a bit like my mother-in-law. She goes for any Adelaide team. So if it's just Port playing, she'll go for Port. But if it's Port versus Adelaide, she'll go for like the Crows. Port versus the Crows, she'll go for Crows. Yeah, we don't watch any sports. The only time we ever see sports is if we go to my in-laws' house and she's got the footy or the cricket on. That's about the only time we ever watch anything. Simon absolutely cannot um, take cricket. I quite like cricket, if I'm honest, because I guess it's just like one of those core childhood things. Because I can remember in summer after dinner, like the cricket would always be on, so we'd kind of sit and watch the cricket after dinner. So I still kind of appreciate cricket, but Simon doesn't get it. Ah, hockey. Yeah, my sister-in-law's two stepdaughters love hockey. Ice hockey. Yeah, no, these guys are field hockey. Oh, I'm not saying you shouldn't like sport. I think that's cool. Oh, Elvis. He just did it again. Go and sit with your dad. And stop being annoying. I swear to God. Like, sometimes I feel like I need the patience of a saint with this dog, and I don't have the patience of a saint. Ah, it's cool, Denali. Her hockey team has a player from Australia. Yeah, well, the girls play field hockey, so I think I don't know if we have an ice hockey. We probably do because we only have one ice rink in Adelaide, as far as I'm aware. I don't know whether there's a hockey team, there's a hockey league there. I personally can't ice skate for anything, so I haven't spent a lot of time at the ice arena because I'm just it's not my jam. If there was a roller rink, I would go to a roller rink. There used to be one that I used to go to as a kid, and then it got turned into a church, which was really sad. I don't know what it is now. Natalie says it's definitely time for a door, but then again, he'd sit outside and whine. No, I probably wouldn't. No, because this room is so small. Like same with the way our bedroom's designed. Our wardrobe is basically behind where the door would be, so we don't have doors on either of the rooms upstairs. The bathroom does, obviously, but they just take up too much space. In this tiny house is just have these doors that are taking up huge swaths of space. Because like where the door is, I've got my craft shelf here with my books and yarn and sewing machines and stuff on. Denali says, I guess when he really fell in love with hockey, he moved to Europe to play since it's easy to get to the big times there. Yeah, I can imagine. We don't have a lot of ice around Australia. I think I've only been ice skating a couple of times in my life. I'm just not cut out for that. You give me all rollerblading. If it's a thin strip of something under a foot, no good. But roller skating, I'm not too bad at. I'm not by no means expert, but I can keep myself going round and around and around in a circle. Indoor cricket. Harder you hit the ball, harder it bounces off the net and into of shock. It's going to happen is funny to me. I used to watch my cousin play. Yeah, they actually used to. My sister used to do something somewhere. It wasn't cricket. She didn't do cricket, but there was an indoor cricket sort of area at the same place that she used to train. So yeah, I've seen a fair amount of indoor cricket too. I like the fast games of cricket, like the Ashes and stuff, where it goes for days and days and days. It's like I kind of I know I don't think a lot of people do like it, but I actually really like the 2020 because it's really quick. Like you can knock out a full game and it's quite exciting because it's like you have to do everything really quick. That's funny, Denali. Emily says, I have the rooms in my house separated by baby gates so my dogs can't access where we keep the kitty litter. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. We used to have a baby gate, but that was to stop when we first moved here because Granger was a senior boy. Um, we didn't want him until he was comfortable with the stairs. We didn't want him able to access the top of the stairs and fall down with like if we were asleep. So we did have a baby gate there for a while. This idiot just bolts up and down. He doesn't care. We have the ice arena. Yeah. Yeah, I figured they would probably have hockey teams. I mean, they've got to make use of the rink. Pardon me, there's my lunch. Somehow. Oh, really? Scott Elliott? Okay. Apparently, the brother of one of Simon's best friends played hockey at the ice arena. There are a few grass hockey teams. Yeah. Well, the two girls that I know both play. They're further out. I think they go to school somewhere near Salisbury, so I think they play somewhere out there. The skating rinks, Marlborough Heights. Yes, Milne Road. Absolutely, yeah. Skate line. What was the ADHD, Emily? With me or what? My dog scream barks when she's separated from me. Oh, honey. Oh, no doors can be closed unless she's in with me. I haven't used the bathroom alone in ages. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't use the bathroom alone. He has to come and protect me. Back in the day, 80s, there was a roller skate rink in St. Peter's. Oh, okay. St. Peter's is what, out east, isn't it? That's east from where I am. Yeah, skate line is where I used to go because I used to go to school up in Modbury, so a lot of my friends lived up that way. So we would go to skate line. I used to love going there. It was so much fun. Mm. I think you've auto-corrected to crochet. You write crochet more than you write cricket, I think, Jennifer. I watch one day games of the cricket with my dad. I hate cricket, but he likes to watch it, so I take one for the team. Oh, liking the fast, quick, exciting games. Yes. Got to keep the dopamine going. There's something else that I like to watch that when it's really fast, it's more fun. I can't think what it is. Like you don't have the time to kind of relax, so you have to kind of get things done. Yeah, I think if I sort of thought about it, with all the sports, if I had to pick one to watch, there'd probably be AFL and cricket, I would say. I mean, soccer's fine. I quite like soccer. That'd probably be my third pick. I think one of the things I don't like most about sport is more the spectators and how competitive and nasty some people can get. I just don't have time for that, you know? It's all like, to me, it's like I've always said, like, it's just a game. Like, I know a lot of people don't like that, but truly it's just a game. Like, there's no need to get nasty about it. I can imagine, Denali. Yeah, ice hockey seems like really full on. It seems quite like potentially physically dangerous game too. Like, I feel like the thing that you mostly see about ice hockey is guys like slamming into the sides, just going bolting off the field and slamming into the guards around the rink. Yes, squash is a fast game. I've never played squash because I am highly uncoordinated, so I would never see that tiny ball coming for me. Jennifer says I went there too on a couple of occasions to skate line. Yeah, because we're not that far off in age too, so I can imagine that would happen. Yeah, I was so disappointed when it closed down. Because even now, I want to get myself a pair of roller skates, but I don't really have anywhere close where there's like a nice smooth surface because I don't like going on pavers. Pavers is too bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. Um, but yeah, I probably would like to get a pair of roller skates and find a place to go for a bit of a skate around. I'm very clumsy and uncoordinated, and I have bad balance. So, I mean, putting me on wheels is probably not the best idea, but as long as I don't fall on my butt and break my butt, Denali knows all about that. How is that going, by the way? Um, as long as I don't fall and break my butt, I'll be fine. Denali says, "Oh yes, teeth get knocked out, regular blood and stitches, lots of slamming guys against the walls." Oh, far out. That sounds too dangerous for me. No, thank you. Not that I'm ever going to get onto an ice skating rink to play hockey. I remember playing hockey in high school. It was for sports, like for PE class, and I had to do I don't know what it's called. It's when you have the two players and the ball's in the middle, and you're about to start the game, and hopefully nobody is like grossed out by like injuries, but I went to hit the ball same time as the other person went to hit the ball, and she hit my middle finger and I think dislocated it. So I had this massive lump out the side of my finger. So like literally had just started the game and I'm like injured. That's kind of my MO with sports. Like one time I had a basketball slam me straight in the face because I couldn't see a basketball coming. So that was a fully pumped up basketball straight onto my nose. I seriously thought I'd broken it. And then another time, I think playing basketball or netball, I sprained my finger, potentially did another dislocation on this finger. And I was wearing a ring and my finger all swelled up. And we had to take the ring off, and like the whole back of my finger was just black after it. Jennifer says, yes, St. Peter's in the eastern suburbs. Yeah, I thought so. I don't go up that way too often, so I'm not 100% sure. Denali says, yes, broken butt. It hurts. It's getting a little better slowly. Oh, good. Glad it's getting better. Emily says, there's a place around here that does roller skating nights in summer. Oh, nice. I have roller skating, but also nowhere to go. Yeah. Whenever they do the skating nights, it's always when my partner works. Oh, bummer. Try tennis courts. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there tennis courts around here? Because we've got a massive golf course across the road, but that's not really conducive to roller skating. I'm trying to think. Probably the closest thing that I have would be a school car park. Like there's a primary school not too far, but even that's still like a fair way away. Tennis courts. I don't know that we have any tennis. Oh no, we do have tennis courts. They're not that far. I'd have to drive, but we do have some nearby. That's a good point. Good one, Jen. Esther. I keep wanting to call you Jen. I'm sorry. Oh God, Denali. She says I caught a football American with my face once and ended up with stitches in my upper lip. Oof. Now the basketball didn't go that far. It was like right for me. It was right on my nose. I swear to God. It felt like my nose was out here, like that like the Brady Bunch when she gets the ball on her nose and it's all squished. Like I seriously felt like my nose was like squashed and out into the sides of my face. So hence why I've never been a sports person. Far too uncoordinated. Leave it to the other people to do that. I did dancing though for a while. I did tap dancing. So I didn't do nothing as a kid. Denali says that's why I watch sports and not play. Yeah, leave it to the people who are good at that sort of stuff. I mean, my folks were always quite good at getting my sister and I to try things. I was more musically minded. I did singing lessons for a while and did dancing, played instruments. None of them at a very good level, however. Clearly, I've always been more of a nerd, not a jock type. Sally said that she played in the woods as a kid, didn't do any activities. That's all right. I wish I had some woods to play in. It probably would have been more, far more suited to my temperament. Oh, good. Thanks, Jennifer. You save me from feeling like an asshole every time I call you Jen. Because I did that with Natalie. I called her Nat by accident, and then Natalie said, "Oh, Nat's fine. I prefer it." So I'm like, "Okay, good." It's the Australian way of always wanting to shorten everything. Yeah, I'm sure I would just continually hurt myself. I probably, if I'd done any kind of sports, I probably would have had to retire like young with injuries because it's just not me. Very uncoordinated. It's not funny. I think I'm pretty funny when I'm uncoordinated though. It's like I've gotten to the point where I've just accept that it's part of me being a bit of a uncoordinated weirdo that I'll always smack into things, walk into things, drop things all the time. So it's like, how you laugh or you so you don't cry. Denali says, where I grew up, we were 30 miles out of town and had 10 acres of woods. I could just go wherever I wanted as long as I came back for dinner and bedtime. Yep. Well, that sounds about the right era. Sounds lovely though. I've always been kind of in suburbia, so there's never really been a lot of that sort of wilderness around where I've lived. Oh, I need to scooch up another hook. I'm too carried away. But I'm getting through it though. Got this much now. I recently was listening to the Girls Next Level podcast, which is done by Holly and Bridget from the Girls Next Door TV show that they used to have on, the Playboy Girlfriends one. And because Holly grew up in Alaska, so she was talking about how they didn't have grocery stores and had to have like a ship come with groceries and stuff. So it's like it's fascinating for me as somebody who's lived, a 10-minute walk from a shop for like my whole life. Because our suburbs are a bit different in Australia to America too, Denali. We have it's like a more of a mixed zone kind of areas that we have. So you usually find some sort of shop or amenity in the suburbs rather than like it seems like in America they're very big suburbs and then you've got to drive quite a way to get to kind of like a shopping district. That's how I have seen it portrayed anyway. I don't know. You can tell me whether that's true or not. Oh, you miss the woods. Yeah. Live in the middle of the biggest city in Alaska and it's so dang loud and busy. Yeah. Yeah, when you're not used to that, when your temperament has kind of been formed by being out in nature and the peacefulness of that. Yeah, I can imagine that would be a big change. Jennifer says, I go by Jennifer over the bus radio, easier to hear when they're calling up and on paperwork. Otherwise, it's Jen. Okay, cool. If I don't like you, you have to call me Jennifer as well. I'm weird like that. Yeah, I'm a bit like that too. Like, my name is Julieanne. It doesn't get like contracted to Julie or anything like that. But people who are close to me call me Jules. So yeah, I'm a bit the same. It's like you call me Julieanne unless you're super close and you can call me Jules. Oh yeah, we get pretty much all our groceries shipped up. Yeah. So when the weather is bad, it means we get short on groceries. Yeah, that's kind of what Holly was saying and how they had to hunt for a lot of their food and that kind of thing. Yeah, it would be a big change for someone like me who's always had things like very close at hand. I mean, that being said, I keep saying to Simon, I feel like I should be living out in the country somewhere, but this is where my life is, so this is where I stay. Sometimes I feel because I just sometimes feel claustrophobic in the city, you know? You just sometimes feel like you want more space. Sometimes I get claustrophobic in my own house, so maybe I'm just a little too sensitive. Ali says it's nice being able to go to the grocery store in a few minutes. Before it was a 30-40 minute drive to town depending on the weather and roads. Grew up hunting and fishing, so used to storing food long term. Yeah, crazy. That'd be crazy skills to have though. Like, that's cool. Trusan, I've never heard that type of name before, Nat. TA, yeah. Trusan. Interesting. Yeah, I've had a very long um, life of people trying to shorten my name to things that it isn't. Like, and weird spellings of my name because I guess as far as a name like mine goes, it is spelled a little bit differently to what most people would think. It doesn't have a hyphen and it's got an E in the center. So, and it's got an E on the end. So it's just a little bit different than the typical Julieanne that you might see. Chat is too good today. I'm not going to get any spinning done. Nat said, I didn't think I'd cope with moving to a country area after being born, brought up, and living in the city. I love it. So much quieter. Yeah. Sometimes I just wish, we could be self sufficient and we could move to a country kind of location and have a nice little homestead. Jennifer says you can drive most places in Adelaide in 30 minutes. In peak hour in a bus, it takes up to 25 minutes to drive down Curry Street and Grenfell Street from West Terrace to East Terrace. Non peak hour, 15 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially like, what do you think about all of the like pedestrian crossings and stuff that they've shoved up in the main arterials? It's like they seem to go off every other second. Because I have driven through there and it's just like, oh my God, like this should take me 2 minutes to get down this road, but I have to stop every other second at another pedestrian crossing. It's like, do we really need so many pedestrian crossings? Yeah, I did a snappy the other day when I went into town on the bus. I forgot that the stop on my route to get off on Grenfell Street is right up at Pulteney Street, so I had to walk all the way back down to the Maya Centre. I'm like, I should have got off on the top of Curry Street and walked across. I mean, I guess it's probably much of a muchness, the distance, but yeah. He's in again. Oh, it's mostly from too much chatting. I'm trying to make sure I drink more water today. Trying to be good. Jennifer says that the pedestrian crossings are pointless and most pedestrians don't use them. Yeah, I just feel like trying to get down North Terrace is just like trying to pull teeth. This feels like you're constantly stopping for pedestrian crossings. Denali says we have a lot of pedestrian crosswalks and they never get used. People just cross wherever they want. Yeah. Because everybody's always in a hurry, so having to wait for the lights takes too long, even though, as drivers, it feels like it's going off every other second. I get stressed out driving in the city, so that's why I prefer to take a bus, plus trying to find parking, etc. I'd much rather just walk around and let somebody else do the driving. So thank you, Jennifer, for your service. You've probably driven me and we didn't even know it. Sometimes I get panicky driving as well, so it's not the best place to have a panic attack is behind the wheel. So I'm very thankful to the bus drivers who ferry me around so I don't have to deal with that. Oh, sorry, I hope I haven't just started a chain reaction of yawns across the world. I'm sleepy at 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh, you're the opposite, Denali. See, I'm quite happy for other people to drive because then I know I'm not going to have a freak out. Oh, yeah. I can't imagine learning to drive now, Emily, because I've been driving for, oh God, I think I was 18 when I got it. So 20, 24 years-ish. And I used to love driving, loved it. But it's just like there's just so many cars on the road now, and it just freaks me out too much. I don't mind little local trips, but if I have to drive a long way and through town and stuff, it's very anxiety inducing. Yeah, well, that's fair, Denali. Jennifer says I only drive in town in a bus. Yeah, don't take my car into town. No, it's too hard. You're right. It's not pleasant having a panic attack at any time. Yeah, I meant more along the lines as if I do have a true like if the anxiety attack escalates to the panic attack and I'm behind the wheel of like a 1 ton, murder machine, I really don't want that to that to be on me. And people still don't see the bus. Yeah. Yeah, that's a worry, isn't it? It's like the bus was trying to take off the other day, and you know how they all have the give way to the bus signs on the back? It's like, no, it was just car, car, car. This is like, dude, we need to get somewhere too. Just ignore that the bus is there with its blinker on. Well, I mean, at least that's good that you've got some meds that work, Janelle. Like, I guess my meds that I'm on now, I do feel a little bit more comfortable. I can still get in my head about it though. That's the problem. And more crafty time, yes. I don't tend to craft in the car. I tend to leave it at home, but if it works for you. Also does, Emily says it also doesn't help where I live. The nearest town is so overpopulated, the roads just can't handle it. So the roads are always packed. Ugh. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I think that's the thing. Like that's why I don't like driving. Is just I guess there was still a lot of people driving when I was 18, but now it just feels like there's so much more traffic on the roads. And just trying to get anywhere, you almost feel like you're in a fight. You know, that's when my nervous system starts freaking out. Thankfully, my husband is a very good driver, so Ellie says that's exactly it. You have to fight for your space on the road, and it's stressful. Yeah, it's super duper stressful. And because, like, when people don't follow road rules and stuff, and like you're trying to change lanes because you need to get somewhere, and people block you out, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. Do I like speed up and break the speed limit to try and get in front of this person? Do I wait and hope that they'll see me? Like, what do I do? Passenger princess, all the grafting. Passenger princess. I love it. Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks that the road rules apply to them. Where there's me, if I break a road rule, I then am I have anxiety for like the next however many days because I'm like, I did the wrong thing, I broke the rules. Such a rule follower. Snally says, my husband is a great driver, way better than me, but when I'm not medicated, there's a constant screaming in my head when he's driving. Yeah, I get a bit like that with my dear mother-in-law, I must say. Simon, no problem. Although he knows this, so I'm not talking out of school, but occasionally I feel like he brakes a little bit too late, but we never crash into anybody, so that's just a me problem to deal with. Oh, yeah, that's probably rough, Emily. Get the jerks who see a learner plate and decide to be awful about it. Oh, no, really? He says, I've had people flash me with their lights to blind me in a tailgate, which makes my anxiety worse. Like, that's just dangerous. Like, why would you make somebody who's inexperienced be put in a dangerous position like that? That is so wrong. Tonelli says, I love the passenger princess life now. I knit, nap, and snack the entire road trip. Yeah, I guess I do craft when we go on a road trip. If we're actually going away somewhere or whatever, I'll I'll knit during my off time because I do drive. I'm happy to drive out on the highway. Yeah, people just suck. Like sometimes seeing a learner driver because like I don't want to upset them or freak them out because obviously they're inexperienced. That's why they're learning. Um, Mostly I try and get away from them though because sometimes they drive a bit slow, which is fair because like I said, you're in like a couple ton death machine. So that's fair, but it's just like, yeah, I've got my full license. I need to go quicker than this. So I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Yeah, that's a very good point, Jennifer. She says, "I'm nice to learner drivers and bike riders. I sit back and give them plenty of room, particularly when I'm in a bus and I'm behind them. It's safer at times for everyone." Exactly. That's the thing, is it's like, even though I say I might want to go a bit faster than a learner driver, like I'm still not going to speed. Like I'm still very conscious of that. I'm in a big deathmobile and I could kill myself and others at any time with a stupid decision. We don't have learner driver plates here, so you don't know who's learning. Oh, really? Oh, that must make it hard. Yeah, we're very like in South Australia. I don't know. I'm assuming it's Australia wide. Like you need to have a learner plate when you're learning, and then there's like P plates to a certain point. So that's a provisional license. Then you have your P plates, and then I think you can take down your P plates while still being on your Ps, and then you get your full license. It's different now to what it was when I got my license, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we've always had to have plates up because the learner ones are yellow, so you can really see them. We actually recently watched a Rachel Oates video, and she was talking about apparently something about Emma Watson got her license revoked for 6 months or something because she'd been speeding or something. She had too many demerit points on her license. And Rachel Oates did an entire video talking about road rules and why they're good. You should be following the road rules and how your safety, and the safety of others is in your hands every time you get behind the wheel. And people kind of take for granted that driving's just something that you do and she'll be right, mate, kind of thing, when really we should all be being super vigilant and safe for everybody. Oh yeah, Denali says, "Oh yeah, no, we just have the same plates for everybody." Yeah, because the plates that we're referring to are different to the license, like your registration plates as well. Because we have the registration plate, which is the car, and then there's like little, I guess they're really decals or signs that get put up, and we call them L plates and P plates. Um, so they're like a little, usually plastic, little square plastic sign that you stick up in your like windscreens, like the windscreen and your back window as well. So people can clearly see that you're on learners or Ps. I think the Ps might have a sticker now for one stage of them, but when I got my license, it was literally you got your learners and then you went to your Ps for, I think it was 2 years or until you turned 18, because we can get your learners at 16. So I think that was right. So yeah, I think I had to be on my P plates for a certain period of time. Tonelli says people see driving as a right, and it's not. It's a privilege, and you can have it taken away. Exactly, exactly. And don't endanger other people by being stupid. Oh, really? Jennifer says, I wish some of my work colleagues felt the same way you do. They scare the crap out of me at times. You're right with the LMP plates, but you have to have them showing, yeah, until you have your full license. Yeah, exactly. Because I think there's harsher penalties too if you get caught doing something as a provisional driver. Learner's ID. Yeah, we get a learner's permit, which is like our driving licenses. But it clearly says learners on it. But yeah, we also have to have the little decals up in the windows. So, because like technically it shouldn't be like what Emily described. It should be people see an L plate and they give them the space to learn, pretty much is what it should be. And if you don't want to go as slow as you can, then slowly, like carefully overtake them so that, you just leave them be. You don't flash your lights in their eyes so that they potentially, you know, panic and cause an accident. That's just ridiculously stupid and dangerous. I tend to just give them a wide berth, and if I'm stuck behind them, I just try and get out from behind them as soon as I can safely. 16 and a half, there you go, for a learner's. P's from 18. I did it in 96, 97. Yeah, I turned 18 in 2000. So I think I had my learner's permit from the minimum time, like 16 and a half, but it took me a really long time to learn because I kept spitting the dummies because my dad was teaching me in a manual, and because you know, trying to learn it in manual, just bunny hopping around. I'm just like, I can't do it. I'll never be able to do it. So, like, it took me ages to learn. Yeah, there's jerks everywhere, Denali. Okay, so you only needed 12 months, Natalie. Yeah, I can't remember whether it was, I feel like it was closer to 2 when I did it, or 18 or something. So if you got your P's at, like, say 16 and a half or 17, like you did it really quick, you'd have to then be on at least, yeah, maybe it was only 12 months. I'm not sure. It's been so long now, I just don't remember. Nellie says, I learned in a manual. I hated it so much. I can do it now, but no thanks. I'll take an auto. Yeah. I drove a manual for many, many years. Like my first 2 cars were both manuals. So I've got no problem driving a manual. I'm probably a little out of practice now because I've had an auto for quite a few years, but auto is much more cruisy. You just kind of you don't have to worry about all the the clutches and everything. Yeah, no, I don't know what would have changed. I don't know what the currently is either because I didn't even do logbook when I learned, which I think is the only way to do it now. You have to have a logbook. My dad taught me, and then I did the test and I got my license. Nellie says, I got my license at 18 in 2009, and that was it. There was no middle ground between the permit and a full license. Oh, interesting. Because I don't know whether it's the same there too, because like learners and P platers, I think, are speed limited as well. They can only go up to a certain speed, if I remember rightly. I can't remember what they are, but I think it's maybe 80 for learners, and that's kilometers an hour, and 100 for P, if I remember rightly. And because a lot of our highways in Australia are 110, I'm not 100% sure what that is in miles, because I think 60 used to be our main speed limit on streets, and that was because my first car was in miles per hour, so I think that was 38 miles per hour was 60, and I think maybe 80 was 50 or something like that. 60? I'm not sure. Can't remember now. Because my first car was a 1970 Mazda 1300, so it was all in miles. I love that car. Emily says, yeah, you need a logbook. And I'm right about the speed limit, yeah. Oh, Denali, uh-oh. We've got a new era of anxiety coming. She says her son is getting ready to get his permit. He has 6 months, but he's planning already. So not looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, well, all you can do is do your best to teach him the safe way to do things. Jennifer says, I did logbook and a driver's test before I got my Ps. You couldn't get Ps before 18 for when I did it. Oh, okay. I learned in an auto but have driven manual. Yeah, my dad used to the way he got me to really get serious about the fact that I could drive a manual was to think about um a kid at school that I didn't like and that I thought was an idiot. And he asked me, "Do you think they could drive a manual?" And I'm like, "Probably." He's like, "Well, then you can do it." I don't know. I make no comment as to whether that's good or bad, but that's the way he did it. Eventually, I got the knack, and then yeah, I drove manual for oh god, 17-ish years, 15-ish years. So I think I got my license in 2000. I think we didn't go down to one car. I think I got rid of my last manual car 2018, maybe 2017. So yeah, I drove manual for quite a few years. What a Nelly. She says my husband will be teaching him I'm not on enough meds for that. Yeah. Oh, I can't even imagine. Jennifer said some things have changed, but can't remember exactly what. Yeah, I don't keep up with it because I don't have any need to really. I've never had a disqualification, so I don't need to. I've never needed to relearn. I don't love going at high speeds though. Like on road trips and stuff. Like going out on the highways, it's I find I find it a little bit I don't know, like even though I've never had an issue, I just feel unsafe going that fast. I never feel quite in control. Oh God, you're cold up there, Nat. Says it's 14 here. It's mostly windy today. We haven't had any rain as far as I know. Hopefully we haven't had any because I've got washing on the line. Oh, having said that, the wind has just gusted up and I can feel it coming through the room. I noticed Mr. Elvis has left me alone for a little while. I wonder where he went. You watch, just my luck, he's learned a spell. – 18 degrees and sweating, Denali. Gosh, you really are a cold lady, aren't you? It's been raining with a little wind. Oh, you have had some rain. I don't think we've had any. Not that I've noticed. Not during daylight, anyway. I think it rained a little overnight. Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This is getting exciting. I'm getting on to having a full bobbin here. Done quite a bit today. Try and hold it up again and show you. Got a bit more on my bobbin. So that's good. Oh, my butt's getting sore being on this seat though. Emily said she's had some rain, haven't been able to do washing. Yeah, I haven't been able to do washing all week either. So I thought, seeing today is not really supposed to be raining, I would get some washing done. And hopefully the wind is drying it off nicely. Jennifer's got 12. Wind has died down, no rain at Andrew's farm. Oh my goodness, we were going for an hour and a half, guys. This might be the longest one yet. Oh well. Only fitting as it's our last one for the minute until I start my regular live schedule. It's funny how you guys are all dotted up a bit further up than me. Um, I don't know. I don't know if is where I am an inner suburb in Seaton? I guess so. Western. I'm halfway between the city and the sea. Actually, I'm probably closer to the sea. I wish you guys are all up from me. No, Marion has come to life. It's probably a clearer day. She could have gone outside, but it's just so windy. Probably blow her off the perch. Can you guys hear her? Might go till 4 and then I'll log off, guys. A couple more minutes. I got to go check on my bread. See if I'll be able to get that going for dinner tonight or not. I guess if I can't, I'll just have to go. I'll have to sit there for till tomorrow. Well, does Claire have a sheep and wool show? I didn't know that. Is it still a thing, Nat? I should really visit Claire because I think I've only been there that one time. If there is still a Claire sheep and wool show, maybe we should all meet up. We could go. I was talking to my friend Shelley the other day about potentially going to Bendigo next year, and she was thinking of trying to go too. So we may end up over there, go there together. I'm not sure. The transport getting to Bendigo is going to be the hard part. My car won't never make it. Oh, so the Claire one is still going, Emily? That's good. What time of year is it? Do you remember? Outer suburbs. Closer than the outer suburbs. Yeah, I guess we are probably outer. But I guess as the sprawl happens, we'll probably become inner. The Clare Valley Show of the Lamb. Oh, okay. Mintaro Institute, September this year. Oh, okay. So it's still coming. Hmm. All right. So it looks like it's in September. So maybe I should figure out a way to get there. If I had my phone, I would write that down, but my phone is filming currently. I got a WordPad thing on this computer. I've gone from using a Mac all the time to now having a Mac and a Windows, so I'm I never know what's it called? Clare Valley Show of the Lamb. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to look it up. They need a host fibre feast in a larger location than the school. Went 2 years ago. It was packed then too. As you said, very overwhelming. Yeah, I've vended twice at Feast, and the first one was fine. Like I had a really good time at the first one. And the second one that was at Blackwood in the town hall there, and the second one was at St Agnes Primary, I think, and that one was quite overwhelming. Plus, it's really hard for me as a a giant introvert to have to talk to hundreds of people in a day. It's a lot. That's why I haven't vended the last few years. I'm thinking maybe I'll get back to Fibre Feast, but it's a lot of like prep, and I don't always have the dollars to buy all the bare yarn that I can dye up for a market like that because it's just so big. That's a bummer, Denali. Yeah, I don't tend to go to a lot of things like that because I just get overwhelmed and freaked out. But then again, I haven't tried since I've been on my new meds, so maybe it might be okay now. Jennifer says she went in 2023 to Fibre Feast. It was a lot. Prefer to go to the Gumaraka Spinners and Weavers. That's in June. Yeah, missed that one. I don't know about a lot of these things because I live in my little cave and I my little mushroom in my cave. Yeah, I can't remember the year was my last Fibre Feast. It fell on our anniversary, so I was at least able to shout us to a really fancy dinner that night with what I made that day. I'd have to look back and see when that was. I barely remember that day because I was just at such a low level panic all day. It's almost blocked from my brain. I don't really remember that day until I kind of surfaced and it was dinner with Simon. I remember our dinner, but I don't remember much else of that day. Yeah, that's probably why I don't go now. I'm not flush with the dollars to go and splurge at things like that. And because I'll want to, and I have very little impulse control, so it's usually safer for me to stay away. But I'd probably like to go to something like that for a meetup at least, with a very small budget to spend. So I have to be very choosy about what I buy. Jennifer says it can be very expensive going to a yarn show. Need to save and be very careful on what I'm buying. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I would need to do, is have a very small budget and be very careful about what I choose to buy. But as for a meetup, I think a meetup could be good. Emily says, I honestly just like going to see what's there. I have a set budget, and since I'm more interested in fleeces and such now, that definitely saves me money. Yeah, because you're doing all the work. I've never done a fleece. I would need to be shown how to do it properly. Yeah, I think a meetup's a good idea. Always like meeting people in real life. I just realised I've gone well past my limit. I said 4 o'clock. It's 4:07. Just getting too caught in the chat, guys. But I probably should get going. Look, I've only got a little bit left for my first half. But I probably should get going and let you all get back to your days. What's going on? They have one coming up in Aldinga in the next couple of weeks. Post about the shows they're doing. Yeah, okay, cool. One in Aldinga. Yeah. Maybe. I just like, to me, all these places seem very far away. All right, friends. Elvis is coming to say goodbye on the final Tour de Fleece of 2025 stream. Yeah, go to bed, Denali. I'm about to log off. Oh, oh. Enjoy the rest of your night, Denali, and have a good afternoon, everybody. Have a happy end of your weekend, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I'll probably see you in maybe a fortnight for another live. We can do a weekend live, and we can all catch up again. So you rest up, Natalie, as well, and heal up nicely. And you too, Denali. You're probably already gone, but I hope your broken butt gets better real soon. And yeah, maybe we'll work out a meetup. That could be fun. Thank you so much for tagging along for this crazy up and down ride of Tour de Fleece and my technical hiccups. And thank you for your patience. And I'll see you guys soon for another live. So take care of yourselves. Oh, Elvis is giving me kisses. Elvis is telling me to send kisses to everybody. Thanks, guys. Take care. Gonna get down? Did you knock my microphone? No, you didn't. You didn't. Good job. You're a big silly. And you are a big silly. Yes, you are.